Hey YouTube, this is PrimetimePokemon. In this video, I'll be reviewing and then giving away the Leaf Charge Celestial Storm theme deck. This is the second theme deck from the Celestial Storm expansion that I've reviewed on my channel. This one is a Grass and Lightning type theme deck that is based around Sceptile. The other one, the Hydro Fury theme deck, is a Water and Fire type theme deck based around Swampert. I did purchase this theme deck from Collector's Cash for $9.99. So a majority of this video I'll be reviewing the actual theme deck. At the very end of the video, as well as in the description of this video, I'll state how to enter to win this particular theme deck. It'll be similar to the Hydro Fury theme deck review and giveaway video. In about a week from now, I will be selecting a winner. So before I get into the general strategy for this theme deck, show the deck checklist, as well as go through all the cards in the theme deck, I'll show the items inside the theme deck box. First up would be a Pokemon coin. This one is Sceptile, green and black in color. There is a 2-player playmat and rule sheet. Damage counters, a burn and poison marker, and then a GX marker. A Celestial Storm checklist. The deck box featuring Sceptile. You can hold all 60 cards inside this deck box. The online TCG code card. And then the special holofoil Sceptile from Celestial Storm. And as always, on the back of the theme deck box, it has a general strategy, and it says, Leafy power humming with energy. Call on the strength and agility of Sceptile. Gather a growing storm of grass and lightning power, and then unleash a furious attack. Stay charged up with the Leaf Charge theme deck. This deck overall is very similar to the Hydro Fury theme deck, where Sceptile is going to be your primary attacker using its powerful Storm move. There are lots of different ways in this theme deck to attach additional energy to your Pokemon each and every turn. Something a little bit different about this theme deck is that it can take down Ultra Beasts pretty easily. Not so much on the attack, but just preventing all attacks from Ultra Beasts if you have Sceptile in play. And I actually use Sceptile in my Shiftry GX deck. I actually haven't played that many decks based around the Ultra Beasts, but I have it in that deck just in case. So on the screen now you can see the deck checklist. 23 total Pokemon, 17 trainer cards, and then 20 total energy cards. And in more competitive decks, you want to have somewhere around 30 or 35 trainer cards, and then somewhere between 8 and 15 energy cards, instead of the 20-20-20 strategy with these theme decks. I will get into each and every card now, starting with the main attacking line and the featured Pokemon in this theme deck, the Treecko, Grovyle, and Sceptile line. A 3-2-2 line of this Pokemon family. And I always try and skip the Stage 1 evolution by using Rare Candy in my decks. I would recommend that here. So first up here would be Treecko. A good HP on this card of 70. 2 moves. The first one requires 1 Grass Energy and does 10 damage. That would be Smack. And then Tail Whap for 2 energy cards does 20 damage. This card also has a low retreat cost. So if you try and put a basic Pokemon in your active Pokemon spot to start the game, this is a decent one. The Stage 1 evolution would be Grovyle, a lower HP of only 80. It does have a low retreat cost and 1 move called Leaf Blade, which does 20 damage plus 40 more damage if you get a heads when flipping a coin for 1 Grass Energy. And then the main Pokemon in this theme deck, Sceptile, 140 HP, which is a little bit lower for a Stage 2. It does have a very low retreat cost. It has an excellent ability and then 1 move. Its ability, called Power of Nature, says prevent all damage done to your Pokemon that have any grass energy attached to them by attacks from your opponent's Ultra Beasts. And then Powerful Storm for 1 grass energy does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So these two things really work hand in hand. You want to have at least 1 grass energy on all of your Pokemon to prevent damage from Ultra Beasts, and then the more energy you have on your Pokemon, the more damage Powerful Storm can do. So I am a big fan of Sceptile. Next up would be a 2-2 line of Snover and Abomasnow. This line is also in the Hydro Fury theme deck. Water-type Pokemon there. These two Pokemon are from the Forbidden Light set. 80 HP, which is a good HP, a high retreat cost, and only 1 attack. Ice Shard for 2 energy cards does 20 damage plus. If you're facing a fighting type Pokemon, this attack does 40 more damage. So a lot of Ultra Beasts, I guess Buzzwole GX in particular is an Ultra Beast, so you can already prevent damage from Buzzwole or Buzzwole GX, and then you can even do more damage if you attack with Ice Shard. And then Abomasnow, 130 HP, which is a very good HP for a Stage 1. A high retreat cost. The card has an ability and then 1 move. Blessings of the Frost says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may attach a Grass Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. And again, you can use something like Ultra Ball to get Grass Energy in your discard pile, and then the more energy you have on your bench Pokemon, the more damage that Sceptile can do when attacking. And then for 4 energy cards, Hypno Hammer does 80 damage and puts the defending Pokemon to sleep. I'm assuming this theme deck will be very similar to Hydro Fury. I would keep Abomasnow on the bench if possible. Moving on to Lightning type Pokemon now. A 3-2 line of Electrike and Manectric, both from Celestial Storm. Electrike does have a little bit lower HP of only 50. It does have a low retreat cost and a very good attack for only 1 Lightning Energy card. It does 20 damage and the attack is called Zap Kick. And then Manectric, a good HP of 110, a free retreat cost, a great ability, and then 1 move. Its ability, Electric Start, says, if you go second, and if this Pokemon is in your hand when you are setting up to play, you may put it face down as your active Pokemon or on your bench. And then Double Charge for 1 Lightning Energy. It does 40 damage. Plus, you may attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. So if you want to get off to a very quick start, on the coin flip, choose to go second. Get Manectric in your hand to start the game, put it in the active Pokemon spot, skipping over Electrike, and then you can do damage when attacking, as well as set up your bench Pokemon. So I really like Manectric, its ability, and then its move to help accelerate Sceptile. Next up here would be a 2-2 line of Chinchou and Lantern. Both are from the Celestial Storm set. Chinchou has an HP of 60, 2 moves on it, and it does have a low retreat cost. Pound does 10 damage for 1 colorless energy, and Spark does 10 damage for 2 energy cards, plus this attack does 10 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so it can help spread damage around. You could also use this card with Tapu Koko. That card, Flying Flip on it, can do 20 damage to all of your opponent's Pokemon. And then Lantern, a Stage 1 evolution, 110 HP, which is solid. A fairly high retreat cost. The card does have an ability and 1 move. Energy Grounding says, when one of your Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you may move a basic energy card from that Pokemon to this Pokemon. So if you do not have any energy on Lantern previously, you can keep those energy cards in play and keep doing the same amount of damage with Sceptile's move. And then Lightning Strike for 3 energy cards does 70 damage, plus you may discard all lightning energy from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 70 more damage. Even though this move can do 140 damage per turn, it would still take 2 turns to knock out a GX card. Now moving on to the colorless type Pokemon in the deck, 1 of each of the colorless type. First up would be Dunsparce from Celestial Storm, a low HP of 50, a low retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, and 2 moves that both require 1 colorless energy. Strike and Run is a great move to start the game. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon and put them on your bench. If you put any Pokemon on your bench in this way, you may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So if you are forced to start the game with Dunsparce, you don't want it there for long, so use Strike and Run, and then you can retreat it for free. And then Sudden Flash for 1 colorless energy does 10 damage, and it paralyzes the defending Pokemon if you get a heads when flipping a coin. Furfrou would be next from Forbidden Light. A solid HP on this basic Pokemon of 90, a low retreat cost, and then one move called Return that does 20 damage, plus it allows you to draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. That was a very popular ability on Octillery. Nowadays you have to use Orangaru's ability, Instruct. So Oranguru does have a solid HP of 120. It has an ability, Instruct, and then one move. Instruct says, once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. So ideally, you just want this card on your bench the entire game. And then Psychic, for 3 colorless energy, does 60 damage plus 20 more damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this move can do up to, let's say, 120 damage or 140 damage, depending on how many energy cards are on your opponent's active Pokemon. So overall, I really do like how some of these cards work together. I like how Sceptile is a powerful attacker. Also, it is very defensive, preventing damage from Ultra Beasts. I then like how you can get Manectric into play to start the game right away, and then accelerate energy into play. Now I can move on to the trainer cards in this theme deck. 17 total. I'll start with the supporters first. 10 total supporter cards. First up would be Copycat. 2 copies of Copycat from Celestial Storm. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a card for each card in your opponent's hand. So if your opponent just used Cynthia or something like Lily, this would be a great supporter to use. How? 2 copies of this card. It allows you to draw 3 cards. Professor Kukui. 2 copies of this card as well. Sun and Moon base set. Draw 2 cards, and then during this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Add a Choice Band to this deck, and then your attacks can do 50 damage to a GX card. And then there's 1 copy of the rest of these supporter cards. Guzma, one of the best supporters out there from the Burning Shadows set. It allows you to choose which Pokemon you want of your opponents in their active Pokemon spot, as well as retreat your own Pokemon for free. Lady from Forbidden Light says search your deck for up to 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. You really don't need this supporter in the deck just because there are so many basic energy cards. Lily from Ultra Prism, draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. If it's your first turn, draw cards until you have 8 cards in your hand. And then Tate and Liza from Celestial Storm, it allows you to either retreat your Pokemon for free or shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5 cards. So I do like the number of supporter cards in this deck, as well as the fact something like Guzma is in the deck. Only 7 item cards in this particular deck. First up would be Nest Ball, 2 copies of this card from the Sun and Moon base set. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on your bench. And then there are 1 of each of the remaining trainer cards. Experience Share, which is a tool card. When your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you may move 1 basic energy card from that Pokemon to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Wishful Baton is even better than this. Rescue Stretcher from Guardians Rising allows you to do one of the following. Either shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck, or put 1 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Switch allows you to retreat your active Pokemon for free. Timer Ball allows you to flip 2 coins for each heads, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and put them in your hand. And then Ultra Ball says to discard 2 cards and then go and find a Pokemon from your deck and put it into your hand. So of those trainer cards, I really like Nest Ball as well as Rescue Stretcher. A lot of times now you see Nest Ball and Apricorn Maker combined. And then as far as the energy cards go, 20 total, which is way too many, especially in this deck. But there are 9 Lightning and 11 Grass for a total of 20. So there's a look at the Leaf Charged theme deck. And between the 2 theme decks from Celestial Storm, I think I like this one just a tiny bit better. Both are average overall, about 3 out of 5. And if you're looking for a specific theme deck, I would highly recommend either of the Ultra Prism theme decks. But if you are a fan of either Swampert or Sceptile, definitely go out there and purchase one of these theme decks. You'll have some fun playing with these two theme decks, especially if you're playing with this one against a deck that runs a lot of Ultra Beasts. So now it's time for the giveaway portion of this video. All you have to do to be eligible to win this Leaf Charge theme deck is you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and then comment in the comment section of this video with which theme deck from Celestial Storm you prefer, either Hydro Fury or Leaf Charge. Me, myself, I prefer Leaf Charge just a little bit more, but both theme decks are solid. This coming Sunday, so not in a couple of days, but the following Sunday, the 23rd of September at 7 p.m. Central Time, I will be using a random number generator on the comment section of this video to choose a lucky winner. So make sure you have your contact information filled out on your channel so I can email you and ask for your address to send this theme deck to. So good luck to everyone who does enter. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, before you go, make sure to check out all the links in the description of this video, including links to my blog, Facebook, and Twitter pages. And for complete rules to entry for this theme deck giveaway, make sure to check out the description of this video. So thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.